popular professor, Professor Ramachandra Mohan, and Dr. M.S. Reddy. He is popularly known as in Andhra as Shankar Reddy, and his team. Indeed, I am very happy to be here. I could not come yesterday. I was laid down with fever. My doctor did not allow me to go yesterday. I really missed this inauguration function. I am really sorry. Anyhow, today I came one morning, I came here and to share my ideas. I told Mohan that Mohan invited me. So I am really at the very threshold, I am really thankful for the organizers for inviting me to this great academic venture. As you all know, the topic which I selected, I am sorry, as I was laid down with fever, I could not get my slides in time. However, what has been done for the 40 years or so, with my 32 PhDs which I have produced and 28 MPhils, what I did recollecting in the University of Kiel with Prest in Germany, P.J. Pandian and myself, we worked with Otto Kinney in Germany and also Kuti from the Kerala University. Those days, what we have done and what is going on now, when you compare, there is so much has been changed completely. Well, without taking much time, I would like to just present my paper here, the plenary lecture on this, recent trends in global warming. Man has been the predominant ecological force on Earth for at least 10,000 years. Since the dawn of the agricultural era, man has changed the quality of our environment. Some are beneficial, some others are detrimental. Man has converted forest and grassland into productive farms, but at the same time changed into some barren deserts. Along coastal areas, man has built attractive cities, but has produced slums and urban blight. Man has retained lakes and estuaries as scenic recreational areas. In so doing, he has reduced these to polluted settling basins. All this detrimental, that means harmful, effects lead to environmental pollution. One of the major drastic consequences of the present day world of environmental pollution is global warming. There is a warning for global warming. There is a warning for warming. The atmosphere is able to keep the Earth's temperature at normal rate because of its greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, chlorofluorocarbons and water vapor and also ozone. These gases can absorb heat radiated from infrared shock waves of the Earth's surface, preventing heat from escaping into the space. Because of this, temperature of the Earth has been kept in the previous years at an average of 15 degrees centigrade, which otherwise could be minus 18 degrees centigrade in the absence of greenhouse gases, in the absence of greenhouse effect. That means greenhouse effect is required, otherwise there is no life at all. When there is no greenhouse effect, we can't survive. When there is excess greenhouse effect, also we can't survive. That is the state of affairs. To the temperature, an average of 34. That means now, but due to increased greenhouse gases, the Earth is getting heated up in the form of global warming with an average temperature of 34 degrees centigrade. Thus, heating of the atmosphere is caused by permitting solar radiation but inhibiting outgoing radiation. The phenomenon due to which the Earth retains heat is known as global warming. Greenhouse effect works on the same principle of a greenhouse or a window glass of a closed car, where the actual heating of the house is caused mainly by physical obstruction of the glass, which prevents warm air from leaving and cool air from entering. Thus, the heat trap provided mainly by atmospheric carbon dioxide is helped to create conditions necessary for evolution of life and greening of the earth. For example, Mars with too little carbon dioxide in its atmosphere, or sometimes no carbon dioxide, is a frozen cold planet. And on the other hand, the Venus with abundant CO2 is a dry furnace. Mars maintains an average temperature of minus 50 degrees centigrade, while Venus with its dominated carbon dioxide atmosphere maintains, that is about 70,000 times carbon dioxide content, 70,000 times greater than that of the Earth, suffers from excess greenhouse effect and has very high temperature of 523 degrees centigrade. During the last 100 years, level of greenhouse gases have been rising as carbon dioxide has property of absorbing more heat. The atmospheric temperature is rising in the form of global warming, which consequently reduces the precipitation rate, cloud formation. This results in the melting of ice and in turn is seen in the rise of sea level. Hence, there is a threat of small islands to be drowned in near future. All these climatic changes occurring after accumulation of carbon dioxide may be called as greenhouse effect, maintaining an average temperature of 34 degrees centigrade as seen it is at present. When global temperature increases to dangerous levels above 50 degrees centigrade, it results in global heating, not global warming. We will go to the other stage of global heating. That is very dangerous. If this continues in future, there is a possibility of greenhouse gases to be diffused into space, leaving Earth to frozen temperature. Thus, we can visualize a documentary film, The Day After Tomorrow. You might have seen this, where it is shown how near Earth will be frozen. In the near future, if global heating continues. This is a most controversial point. It appears that on one side we are saying global warming. The other side we say that some of the cities will be frozen. Global warming and frozen. How it is possible? It is possible because the research has shown, if you see this film, they predict what is happening is, when the greenhouse gases are going on accumulating, it has more heat. As a result, the atmospheric temperature is going up. But if the temperature is continually increasing more than 50, that is called global heating. If this continues in future, not immediately, then these so-called greenhouse gases will be diffused into space. When they diffuse into space, freely the radiation will come onto the surface and also freely it will go away. There is no trapping of the heat. So that Earth cannot maintain its global temperature. It will be frozen. Other thing is, when such a thing is happening, the ice caps which are present on the mountains, they are slowly melting and melting. When such a temperature melting is there, they have come in the form of water. Lot of water will be there. Sea level will be increasing, as you know, and in the cities the fresh water also will flow. Fresh water freezes quickly than the marine water because they have a low depression point. That is why in this film it has very clearly shown that the fresh water which flows and the sea will be diluted. When the sea will be diluted, when the fresh water is coming from the ice caps, then immediately there are no greenhouse gases to prevent this heat, except there is no other that not only New York, California, tomorrow India. will be frozen to death. That is the picture that gives us. That is why when there are no greenhouse gases, there is no greenhouse. So greenhouse effect is required. There are lot of controversy is going on. If it is required, for how much, what level is required? That is why it is going on changing into a very drastic one. That is the meaning of New York Day of. Please kindly see that if those who have not seen. And I would have brought that, but I could not bring because of the reason I told you. The day after tomorrow. Very interesting film, a documentary, American film, predicted the future of the global warming. Earth's temperature will continue to rise if greenhouse effect is operating at higher levels. This is evident from carbon dioxide concentration. Carbon dioxide in 1000 AD was 200 ppm. Environmental Institute has reported that natural ecosystem can only adapt to a temperature rise of at the most 0.1 degree centigrade per decade. However, if the temperature rise is greater than this, it could have been other environmental consequences in the form of more evaporation of surface water, drastic reduction in rainfall by thinning of cloud cover, melting of ice caps, leading to increase in sea level and ultimately drowning of small islands like Venice, Bangkok, Dhaka, Calcutta, Maldives, Mauritius, Helgoland. I have personally seen this Helgoland. T.J. Pandyan was also there after I worked there, Germany. Now that is in Helgoland, a small island in I was taken by, we went by Professor Kinney. So just it was a radius of 3 kilometers, that Helgoland. It's just a 3 kilometers area, we can entirely see the complete island and the entire surrounded by the sea. Now they say the 3 kilometers have gone and it is reduced to something like 2.8 or 2.7 kilometers. That means the sea is spreading because of global warming. There is a very clear cut the change that what I have seen in the year 1974, 75, 74 to 76 I was in Germany. Now my colleagues when they were Helgoland is also on the verge of drowning. Practically we are seeing this. Then again Germany, then walk to Bombay, which are low living areas, will be drowned. Occurring of cyclones. Why is so many abnormal things? Tsunami, hurricanes, reduction in photosynthetic activity, decreased food production, affecting marine ecosystem with loss of nurseries for fisheries. The remedy to control greenhouse effect, thereby global warming, lies in reducing the production of fossil fuels like coal, petrol, oil and natural gas, and increasing consumption of carbon-free, non-conventional energy sources. As you know, solar energy, wind energy, so many energies, software, biogas. Maintaining 1/3 of land area of any country as forest, as per the guidelines given by the Worldwide Wildlife Society situated in Washington. This has warned that any country should maintain 1/3 of their land area, at least a forest. But we are removing the forest.
Open for discussion. We can have 2 questions. Excuse me, sir. What is the role of organic farming and nature farming in operating the global warming?
What exactly?
Organic farming. Organic farming. The application of fertilizers, all these things are known to contribute to the global warming. Organic farming is better, and nature farming, where no application of fertilizer, I think it is left to the mercy of Mother Nature for its maintenance.
That's a good stuff, but organic farming and fertilizers.
Fertilizer.
Just now I discussed with the scientists who have come from Yemen. There is people are shifting to this pest, what is integrated pest management. The expert is sitting here other than our city. His question is really good. How far we do it? That is really good. But on the large scale, it is not that it is called it is beneficial. Say, what is doing in Yemen, especially some scientists there from Yemen, they started controlling the herbivorous plant which eaten the young foliage of the date palms. And in order to eliminate that, if you employ pesticides, as you said, fertilizers, we not only kill the herbivorous ants, but we also destroy foliage. The best way is integrated pest management. Discovered that they have discovered the carnivorous larger ants. When they introduce carnivorous larger ants on the smaller ants, they eat away the smaller ants. So the foliage is protected, the enemies will be out. So as far as possible, natural enemies will be avoided. As you said, it can be done on a small scale. I perfectly agree with you. But if you say that what is happening, actually your manure, your fertilizer, it is not the main concern. Is global. It may be there to some extent. How to use the release of carbon dioxide, and also methane, the deforestation, that is a very, very important question nowadays. Carbon dioxide got the very bad quality of heat. Once there in atmosphere, nothing but not increase. That is the main question. We should have carbon dioxide. That is the most with this. So what that is also a good suggestion. Whether we can work out in the scale, that is the main.
We are in committee. I will also engage about according to the estimates of WHO, there are approximately 170 million people who are intellectually disabled. That means nearly 3% of the world's population has some form of mental retardation. In spite of extensive studies on the mental retardation, the exact prevalence rate is not yet completely known. Next one, please. Actually, many studies are ongoing on chromosomal abnormalities, but apart from the neural disorders, the intellectually disabled persons also suffer from hematological abnormalities like anemia, neutropenia, leukocytopenia, like that. So, this is the study we did in our hometown Srikakulam only. Actually, we selected one home, that is Behara Manamikasakandam, as my guide already told you. There we selected around 30 subjects per study with an age range of around 5 to 50 years, and it is a sex distribution of 22 are male and 8 are female. And with the same sex distribution and the age group, we also selected 30 control subjects per study. So, as I already told you, among the 30, 22 are females and 22 are males and 8 are females. And we divided the whole 30 subjects into various groups depending upon their age, and we analyzed for about 3 parameters, that is graphical, physical and hematological indices. So, this is the tabular form that gives you information about dermatological characteristics. From this, what I was going to inform you was majority of the persons of our present study were reported it underweight. That is, the BMI value less than the recommended level. And this tabular form gives you information about the physical characteristics like blood group, blood pressure and pulse rate, like that. And from this, what I was inform you was not much fluctuations are observed in the case of pulse rate and blood pressure, but a significant result was observed in the case of blood groups. That is, out of 30 subjects, one was reported with a negative blood group and the remaining all were reported with positive blood groups. And this tabular form gives you information about the blood cells, and this is This tabular also gives information about other hematological parameters, and from this what I was going to inform you was 90% of the individuals were reported with low RBC count, that is all of them was anemic condition, and some are reported with fluctuations with ESR and some are with fluctuations in MCV and MCH also. And this gives you information about the blood cell indices like MCV, MCH, RDW like that. From this what I want to inform you was among all the individuals we got some significant results regarding MCV. That is nearly 81% are reported of males only were reported an increase in MCV, but none of the females was reported with the increase in MCV. And some fluctuations are also reported in RW and ESR. So before entering into discussion, let me tell you one point. Actually, much data was available regarding the chromosomal abnormalities, but a detailed data regarding the hematological indices is not available. So for that reason only, we just preferred this study. And as I already told you, some are reported with underweight, and that might be because of food intake problems and food refusal problems and unavailability of balanced diet. And in the second thing, with the case of physical examination, I already told you about that, some significant results with the case of blood groups. And